At first, it doesn't look like a problem. Love rarely announces imbalance loudly. It arrives quietly, disguised as patience, hope, and understanding. You tell yourself that every relationship has phases. That effort will eventually be matched. That love, if given enough time, always evens out. But slowly, something starts to feel off. You begin to notice that you are the one holding the relationship together with explanations, compromises, and emotional labor. And even though you're technically not alone, loneliness starts to live right beside you. This is how one-sided relationships grow. And this is how you recognize them. The first sign appears in the silence. You are always the one initiating conversations. You check your phone not out of excitement, but out of anxiety. If you don't text first, hours turn into days. When they finally respond, it feels casual, light, almost as if nothing was missing. Meanwhile, you were replaying conversations in your head, wondering if you said something wrong. Effort should not feel like a test of endurance. The second sign shows up in consistency. You show up emotionally even when you're tired. You listen, remember details, ask questions, and make time. Their effort comes in bursts. Some days they are present, affectionate, and warm. Other days they disappear behind excuses, moods, or distractions. You start adjusting your expectations just to avoid disappointment. Love should not feel like something you earn on good days. The third sign hides behind the phrase "you're too sensitive." Whenever you express your needs, they are minimized. You're told you're overthinking. You're asking for too much. You're making a big deal out of nothing. Slowly, you begin to question your own emotional reality. You stop speaking up, not because your needs disappeared, but because you're tired of defending them. In healthy love, your feelings are not treated as inconveniences. The fourth sign is imbalance in celebration. You celebrate their achievements like they are your own. You feel proud when they succeed. You show excitement, encouragement, and support. But when it's your turn, the reaction is small, delayed, or absent. Your wins feel invisible. And instead of feeling joy, you feel foolish for expecting more. Love should clap for you too. The fifth sign appears in apologies. You apologize even when you are hurt. You apologize to keep peace. You apologize to stop arguments. You apologize because silence scares you more than self-betrayal. Meanwhile, they rarely take responsibility. When they do apologize, it feels rushed, shallow, or forced. Mutual love requires mutual accountability. The sixth sign is control disguised as convenience. Plans revolve around their schedule, their energy, their availability. When they want to see you, you rearrange your life. When you need time or clarity, they are suddenly busy. You begin living around their life instead of building one together. Partnership should not feel like waiting in line. The seventh sign is emotional fear. You hesitate before expressing your feelings. You rehearse conversations in your head. You soften your words so you don't scare them away. Love starts to feel fragile, like one wrong sentence could end everything. You shrink yourself emotionally just to stay connected. Love should feel safe, not threatening. The eighth sign shows up when you are struggling. When they are overwhelmed, you listen. When they are stressed, you show patience. But when you are hurting, they become distant. Conversations shift. Support disappears. You learn to suffer quietly so you don't burden them. Real love leans in when things get hard. The ninth sign lives in your explanations. You find yourself constantly defending their behavior to friends and family. You say things like they didn't mean it, they are just busy, they are not good with emotions. Deep down, you're trying to convince yourself as much as you're convincing others. When love is right, it doesn't need excuses. The 10th and most painful sign is gratitude for crumbs. You feel grateful for basic effort. A reply feels like a gift. A compliment feels rare. Presence feels special instead of expected. You are surviving on small moments while ignoring the emptiness between them. Love should nourish you, not starve you. Here is the truth most people avoid. A one-sided relationship doesn't always end with betrayal or dramatic conflict. Sometimes it ends slowly, quietly, with self-worth erosion. You don't lose them first. You lose yourself. And the most dangerous part is that one-sided love can feel familiar. Especially if you learn early in life that love must be earned, chased, or proven. But real love does not ask you to disappear to be accepted. Real love meets effort with effort. Care with care. Presence with presence. If this story feels personal, it's not because you failed. It's because you are waking up. And awareness is the first step toward choosing better. You don't need to fight for mutual love. You just have to stop settling for less.